The new Nintendo is coming out, but can we actually wait that long? This is the cow's opinion. This is a very important day today, guys. It's a huge day. It's November 5th, and that means we're talking about the Nintendo Switch successor. We're not talking about that other thing that everybody else is worried about. This is a gaming channel, and we bring the fun. I am the cookies and milk of YouTube, and I am dedicated to just bringing you fun news, sometimes bad news about the gaming industry. But today we're going to talk about something nice and fun because I can't keep talking about how Ubisoft and Activision Blizzard suck, because even though it gives me a lot of ratings, it's depressing. Today, new information has been released thanks to Jordan Middler here on VideoGamesChronicle.com about the Nintendo Switch successor, and it is one of the most beautiful things we could have possibly heard, because it's going to be backwards compatible with the Switch as per Nintendo. Now, they're still not giving us a ton of information, but as a huge fan of Nintendo, we played Kirby. We're going to play Mario and Luigi here in just a couple of days. We're going to play some Nintendo games on this channel. I wanted to go through it because on Twitter, or X, I'm not going to call it X, it doesn't make any sense. Only thing that gets called X is X-Men on this channel. Maybe in a couple more years they'll finish brainwashing us all for it, but hell, not today. Not today. But the platform holder has announced that further information is still coming at a later date. That does not make me super excited because they've been saying all throughout 2024 that at a later date they will tell us more about the Switch 2. Or whatever they end up calling it. We're calling it Switch 2 because we don't know what else to call it right now. But from this post from Nintendo, we have both the link here and the translated. All has 36,000 likes. This is for Furukawa. At today's corporate management policy briefing, we announced that Nintendo Switch software will also be playable on the successor to Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch Online will be available on the successor to Nintendo Switch as well. Thank God, Nintendo. Oh, I love me some Nintendo so much. They always make such good decisions. Not having to have a whole nother service for the next console means that I can just keep my username, keep my password, keep all my backwards compatible games that's going to be on this thing, and I don't have to be like, well, I got to hold on to Nintendo Switch Online for a couple of years until everything migrates to Switch 2. No, we're just going to have the same service, and that is wonderful. Further information about the successor to Nintendo Switch, including its compatibility, will be announced at a later date. Yeah, so how it works, we don't know yet. I don't know how it works yet, but it's going to be playable. The software is going to be playable. I'm sure that they're going to have a solution for the hardware as well, because that makes a little sense. And yeah, again, it would be available on the successor console for the Nintendo Switch Online. No further details. Now, they reiterated that they're going to announce the hardware before the end of their current fiscal year. Nintendo's a little weird. Instead of January to December, their fiscal year ends on March 31st, 2025. So when other companies are having the end of their first quarter of business, Nintendo is having their fourth quarter, and it's the end of it. And I don't know why they do that. I don't think it's even a Japan thing. I think it's just, there's companies here in America that do it too. They just have their annual review thing ends in spring or summer, or a couple of them even do it in fall. It's really weird. When you're a big company, you can do whatever the hell you want, guys. And if you don't believe that, I got a story about capitalism for you. But President Furukawa had made these comments during the online press conference Tuesday, following Nintendo's latest earnings results. Thank you, Nintendo, for good earnings results, I believe. Let's find out. Yeah, it lowered the Switch forecast after sales declined 31%. That is because people are getting excited for Switch 2. And this is honestly going to probably hurt Nintendo Switch sales more, because you don't have to buy a Switch to play the games now. You can wait for Switch 2 if you haven't bought one yet. Now, developers have been briefed that not to expect the console to launch before April of 2025. So as you can see, they're going to tell you before March, and then it's not going to launch before April, which is literally you don't have to worry about, hey, we're announcing Switch 2 here on January 1st, and it's coming out February 1st. No, you're going to have a bit more lead up. Now, GI Biz journalist Chris Dring said something that I thought was kind of interesting. He said, no developer I've ever spoken to expects it to be launching this financial year. In fact, they've been told not to expect it in the current financial year. A bunch of people I spoke to hope it's out in April or May, still early next year, but not late. I don't think any of us wants a late launch for Switch 2, because we all want a new Nintendo console. Everyone gets very excited for it. And we don't want that crunch of Grand Theft Auto 6 and Switch and all that kind of stuff on top of each other. I don't really agree with Mr. Dring about that. Here's why. We don't know if Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to get delayed or not. And Nintendo launching is going to be a pretty big thing. I don't feel like people are going to have to pick between GTA 6 and Switch. I feel like they're just going to play what they want to play. Now, the Switch is in its 8th year, having launched in March 2017. And in July, it surpassed the Famicom as the Nintendo console with the longest lifespan before replacement. So good for them. So yeah, we are looking forward to Switch content here on the Cows channel. And I think it's really great. Nintendo did a really fantastic job. Stop giving me ads, dadgummit. I know you gotta pay your bills, but the cow needs to make a video. Nintendo made a really cool console that can be played on a big screen. It can be played on the go. It can be played just lounging on your couch or in your bed. It's everything that the PlayStation Portal wishes it could be. I still laugh at that. I mean, that was a real disappointment. If you don't know, PlayStation Portal is not a standalone thing. It has to stream through the PS5. Now, if you're in a house with a bunch of kids or other roommates who want TV time as well, you can turn on the PS5, start playing through the Portal, and then somebody else can watch something on TV. Or play another console, or stream Netflix, or whatever you want to do. So in that situation, it's great. But PlayStation fans were really hoping for their own play and go. And you can't do that because you have to stream through the console, and it's not Wi-Fi. You can't do it over the internet. It has to be within a certain range of the console. So you cannot take it anywhere, even if you leave your PS5 on. But no, we don't want to talk about Sony. No. We're going to talk about Switch because Switch is really heating up. So when is it coming out? Well, they're only saying when it's not. They're saying don't expect it to come out this fiscal year, which again, March 31st, 2025. They're going to tell us within the next, November, December, January, February. It's still almost 5 months easy when they could tell you stuff. And if I know Nintendo, they're probably not going to tell us anything this year because the holidays are starting to come. Video game releases are coming. We still have a new Metroid coming. We still have a bunch of new stuff that's coming for Nintendo. And they don't need to get all the hype for stuff, a new console, when they've still got some really big Switch titles coming. I would expect February, maybe. Plenty of time before the end of March 2025 so that it's not like getting in under the wire. But as far as people are like, man, I hope it doesn't come out near Grand Theft Auto 6. I don't care if it comes out near Grand Theft Auto 6. I'm still going to try to get one. I'm still going to play. I'm sorry, I just am. I don't care. I want my Switch 2. And if it comes out Grand Theft Auto, it's going to be an instant seller for Christmas. So, yeah, that is my opinion. Switch 2 is awesome, and Nintendo is a pretty sweet company. Microsoft could use it to make games. Sony could use it to make... Sony at least just needs to make better games. Microsoft doesn't even make games anymore. They're going the Steam route, dude. But we have no idea when it's coming out. Just that we're all going to want it. We're all going to line up to play the new Mario. And let me know in the comments below... Are you looking forward to the Switch 2? Are you a Nintendo fanboy like the cow? Or maybe you want to give it a shot with this new console? Do you want Mario? What whole games do you hope? I'm hoping for a new Star Fox. It's been a long time since we got some Star Fox. But let me know in the comments below. What else you can do? You can play more games. Games are awesome. The Switch 2 is looking pretty awesome. And you deserve awesome. I'll see you next time. Nintendo Super Mario. Wow. I hope they bring that back. It was just fun. Good jingle.